Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. Today, we're happy to be sharing with you a beautiful pair of watches from one of our favorite brands, Grand Seiko. These two watches are the Grand Seiko SBGA427 and 429 Light and Shadow. Before we dive into the details, we'll invite you to subscribe to our channel to catch all of our upcoming videos. Here's a quick look at the packaging for this Grand Seiko watch. As you can see, the packaging is familiar compared to the other Grand Seikos we've shared with you on the channel. We'll pull this out and take a look. Inside this gorgeous inner box, we've got some packaging here to keep the watch protected. I'll slide that out. And look at this. This watch is beautiful. As you may know, Grand Seiko has previously released a line of watches representing each of the 4 seasons. Those spring drive watches serve as the inspiration for these two watches that are both a nod to night and day. That has earned these watches the nicknames Light and Shadow, respectively. Grand Seiko are, of course, masters of finishing and of dial design and execution. This is very evident in this gorgeous watch. The silver dial has a unique and gorgeous texture to it, and we have a nice splash of green with the power reserve indicator and that perfectly smooth sweeping seconds hand. The sides of the case are perfectly polished along with that smooth bezel surrounding the dial. We also have a gorgeous Grand Seiko signed crown here at 3 o'clock on the right side of the case. Overall, the design works perfect together and is a very elegant wristwatch. The engine driving these watches is, of course, the Grand Seiko spring drive movement. The spring drive is a unique combination of mechanical timekeeping along with quartz accuracy. The combination of the two provide a movement that is much more accurate than your standard mechanical movement, as well as providing a perfectly smooth sweep of the seconds hand. The bracelet on these watches is very well designed and even better executed. The mixture of the brushed and polished surfaces complement each other wonderfully and add an extreme element of luxury to this wristwatch. As you can see down here at the bottom, we have a nicely milled deployant style clasp with the Grand Seiko insignia there on the bottom side. On the underside of the case, you see through this exhibition window a nice look at the Grand Seiko spring drive movement. We have a nicely decorated rotor with Grand Seiko signatures there on the underside. The dimensions on this watch should be fairly universal. I'll get a measurement for you so that you know exactly what we have. About 39.5 millimeters on the case. The lug to lug, relatively short, coming in at 46.5 millimeters. And the thickness of this watch, 12.8. Here's a look at this beautiful watch on my 8-inch wrist. At 39.5 millimeters, it's not particularly large and doesn't take up a ton of space on my wrist, meaning many wearers should be able to enjoy this quite thoroughly. It's also extremely comfortable and definitely feels like you're wearing a well-made watch. These stunning watches come with a fun addition in this gorgeous crocodile leather strap with a nice green accented stitching to match the seconds hand. These Light and Shadow watches are proving to be an excellent addition to the Grand Seiko catalog, and we couldn't recommend them enough for someone looking to get in with a spring drive watch. If you'd like to purchase one of these or any of our other watches, please visit us at righttime.com or give us a call and we'd be happy to help. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.